are seeing on the screen is the fastest totem build to date. This is the amazing Totem power siphon of the Archmage. So, hey guys, this is one of my first YouTube videos, so I'm apologizing in advance, but I would like to present to you the most successful build of this league for me, which I kind of created myself, and it is a power siphon. To be more concrete, it's the power siphon of the Archmage, which was slightly buffed this league. The percentage of damage added to the skill was increased. What's interesting about the power siphon of the Archmage, because first I wanted to play this build just like a typical Archmage, is that when you read the skill description, it says that it gives additional lightning damage based on your maximum mana. It doesn't say it has to be of the unreserved maximum mana, which is a quite distinct change from the typical Archmage support, which means that in theory we could reserve most of our mana and still get all of the benefits of the skill, right? Also, while not using the Archmage support, the skill is still pretty cheap to cast, so we can use stuff like minus mana cost on the non-channeling skills, and we can actually get to the mana cost of 0. So when you have the cost of the skill 0, you can actually reserve all of your mana and still be able to use the skill. To increase the damage even further, we are using the Mind of the Council mask, which gives us additional 6% of our maximum mana as lightning damage for the skill. So all this is actually the flat damage added to the skill. And then we are using Ballista support, which makes our power siphon Ballista, which is pretty cool because the nature of the power siphon skill is that it's actually homing on all the enemies around. So the totems don't need to target too much, they will fire simultaneously on all the targets around them, which is actually pretty cool. And okay, that's all that's pretty cool. But then I thought, well, if we are reserving all our mana and we have this huge mana pool, and why don't we utilize the mana regeneration that we are not actually using because our skills cost 0 mana? And that's the moment when I realized that we could use something like Chainbreaker. Chainbreaker was a keystone that's probably dead for several leagues now. Nobody's really using Chainbreaker because there were no ways to sustain the Chainbreaker's degen, so you actually could not use or maintain the rage for too long. But with this setup, we have so much mana. Like right now I have 10,000 mana pool, and I'm sure you could get a lot higher. So if I have 10,000 mana pool, my mana regen is so high that I'm actually very fast regenerating rage, because I'm converting the mana regeneration to rage regeneration. The downside is that my skills cost 3 rage, and that's where the totems themselves come in, because when you are using totems are firing and for no additional cost. So it costs 3 rage per totem to summon them, but after that they will fire for no cost, right? So it's actually a lot more efficient than when you would use the power siphon yourself. Next thing, because of the amazing rage regeneration, we can use Berserk on automation, and as you can see, I am having the Berserk on me right now, and it's I basically have permanent berserks, because when it goes down, boom, I'm full rage. After a few seconds it pops on again and I'm raging again, right? This is berserking. I'm berserking again, so it's pretty cool. What's the additional interesting thing is that when you have berserk permanently on, your attack speed is actually really fast, so you can combine speedrun strategy using Frostblink and Shield Charge. So when you are mapping, you can hold down, let me see, I'm going to show you in Block Aqueducts, right? So when you are holding down your Frostblink and you are pressing here and there Shield Charge during that, it will feel almost like flying through the map, right? So this is a normal speed, and check this out, right? Here and there you can put down a totem, which will give you onslaught actually. So this is I would say really fast playstyle. Another interesting thing about ballista totems is that ballista totems have a lot faster placement speed than regular totems because it's tied to your attack speed. So actually during this running through the aqueducts, I am actually placing totems, but you cannot even tell because the placement speed is so fast, right? So you are actually not just running through the map, but you are clearing as well. Alright, what's next? So the next interesting thing about the build is that it's actually pretty cheap. You don't need to invest much into this. There is no headhunter, there is no mage blood. You just invest into a lot of mana gear. Basically all you want is a gear with intelligence and mana. Everything else is up to you as you put it together. I'm using pretty strong chest piece, but this is an upgrade that I made a lot later in the game. You don't really need this. You are using cheaper touch because you are gathering a lot of intelligence, and that will boost your evasion rating. And because of the node and the passive skill tree that says increased evasion rating per 5 intelligence, you are actually achieving somewhere about 26,000 evasion rating without your flask, which is pretty good for the mapping scenarios. And on top of that, in any case something hits you, there is also a chance to block it. We have spell damage. We have 38% spell damage. That's not much. If you would make the build tankier, for example, to be a little bit safer in tier 17s, you could spec into the glancing blows, and from my testing it helps a bit. You are actually going CI, Chaos Inoculation, because you can convert a lot of the mana pool into energy shield. So you are using this node that converts mana pool to energy shield. You are using a Watcher's Eye that converts 10% of your maximum mana to energy shield, and also yeah, probably that's it. These two things, and basically just like that you're achieving more than 6,300 energy shield with the evasion and with the block chance. It feels pretty damn good in the maps. So that's it for the showcase. Thank you guys, and I will end with Conqueror kill, and that's it for the video. See you guys.